I have a very important message to deliver. This is the 14th tryout for this title, Split River Junction Battle Axe Prayer by Paul. It's by Paul Arthur Bedard. Now, everything around seemed to be as if it might turn into some sort of feast of the ages. A banana sandwich waltzing to and fro of frenzied barmaids out of the town. What could I do but to add some frosting to the cake with my own unique brand of Oxy Cosmetic balladeering fore and after taverns China box juke by the Rooster Perch. The Rooster Perch and heap of discarded boxing gloves. I might have jumped into a sack of donkey tails from purgatory for all the good it might do me. What with the Jack of Jubilees chasing me up and down every street, I was damn lucky not to have been born some kind of bedridden snapping turtle in the first place. As far as the ticket taker jerking back and forth at the door was concerned, I never learned to play the proper fool. The whole gigantic yet pint and a half's worth of story begins thuswise. If I may grab hold of the reader's attention from the disjunction forthwith. I was never one to mince words. I just puzzled all the details together from randomly scuttled erstwhiles, arranging them howsoever the whims of natural inclination fancied might place them in a collected series of mismatching events, whether sunny side up or upside down, as it were. I employed to the nimble task at hand a semi-hydraulic hat and dancing cane combo, sputtering my paragraphs across the word-thirsty pages the way a long-necked gazelle might nip among the highest leaves of Looney Town trees. By the refreshing waters of Papa Time, his very own quickly ticking self. Not a man for field frontiers was I, nor was I much for the irrepressive gambeteering wheel, nor the gurgling oasis of the northern nor southernmost ice-capped poles. Nor would I stand still for such deep-fried, candy-ass locomotions. And so my father had left the hilltop castle in utter ruins. Aborigines, giraffes, and bunco artists flooded the town with hat tricks, ice capades of various claimage, and all-knowing gurus of ancient and secret knowledge, parking their gaseous, illustrious, and jet-winged asses on thrones of self-righteous knowledge concerning, with noted coin, the moist, mysterious islands of canopy-leaf, wishbone Simbads doing the goodest tin thievery from the rich, and setting up tent-side shop for the poor. And so my original plans were somehow or another beginning to wax forth brittle. Brass and Luxem foam light of cattle drove the frontier land back, east light of Portobello Day. As luck would decide things forthwith, one of my much earlier cronies, along with my own transistor pot trailing person, stopped by the watering hole downtown one night. The fat was in the fry, the kettle was bobbling on the hob, and lanky beds of home away from Rome straw were spread across the barns, unbeholden as they apparently were to any King's popcorn microwavable dominion astern, as King's dominion was to all department store layaway ports of note. The watering hole, as we too could plainly see, was a hopping and a bobbing. Town squires were swinging from every rooftop, ceiling light fixture, and rooster perch. The whole gang was apparently there, and not a thing could be done about it. People were walking around in circles of shameless joy, seizing the moment to snap their rusty fingers together, as one might to an invisible tune drifting past, contained as if in a low-calorie fantasia of frantically locomotive, motionless, dog-eared, cat-whiskered symphonies. A Dante's and Adagios spreading ketchup, mustard, and pin the tail on a darky tartar sauce of dime-spun ointments fit to seize the torso midsection and telephone book walking fingertips with gales of galactic horse-nostril laughter. But when old brawly jackanapes hit the stage of the downtown watering hole, known to the local as Wild Bill's Galley of Weird, at 5 minutes to midnight, a hush of port-changing locomotive silence sizzled through the anxiously anticipating audience as it mocked a galloping fever. Right by the family jewels, tiptoes, and spines, the streets were cleared of kangaroo nesting doorways. The nearby rooftops were re-inspected for early signs of hydraulic hot-foot locomotion. And last of all, the riot squad. The riot squad was brought up from the gingerbread buttercup catacombs so as to patiently serve everyone in Jubilee attendance various refreshments of chocolate chip, dip sauce, and moose antler stirred drink. But that ain't but the predicated half or the 1/4 of it. If the entire audience hadn't at least 10 times been hosed down from a welching pump of ceremonial agency, the show might have not merrily unraveled as a fun-loving jubilee in high-fidelity quicksand Morse code was obviously meant to. Well, shiver me shitcakes down the drain, for all it means. Claiming his laughing league with the spiders, his allegiance to the Bastuli baritone, and his lifelong obligations to freeing his walrus-mustached mother-in-law with her creams, bird twerks, and witchcraft potions from the fly-zipping laws of gravity. He played in festive glee, the opening chords of his first melody, hanging, as it were, upside down from the ceiling cranny, as a dragon wing cold cracker might remove from Mussolini's feet Cinderella's periscope slippers. And all was so far proceeding as was best expected. The audience, following old Brawley's opening melody, was hosed down one last time. Even the very window curtains themselves let loose a gale of Nordic flatulence and hearty germinating goose-trot applause. As the brass-tailed fox had finally been elected Secretary of Sizzle, the galley minx of Capricorn came down at long last from her lightning rod postnod perch, and pecking on the long trail of Lally Jilly's jamming tug-warp carburetor and trail jabbering walkie about the state of affairs in the glacial milks of Merc drumming fizz. That's just as it always should be, as everyone from this time of day by this time of day apparently knows. If it isn't broke, don't fix it. Right? That night, as things turned out, would shine bright as a historic donut in a button box of elastic medley history. Everyone in the audience, as a matter of musicality, searched among higher plateaus for better, more so the butler did it, lightning in a bottle, took through seaweed dribbling binoculars, fetch each one from the Universal Steaming Room. Note of fact that big old bronzy mired had by the twin sisters upstairs from his room by the Gazelle Farm, the tailor nipped trousers purchased by none other than blue-wearing he, pressed and fumed and curry-combed for jumping mattress tags, as well known as far north as Nottingham, as well as far south of Jersey phlegm brittles, that the two Hatt-Bettel McRoy sisters came from the noblest of breeding scientists. And it was oftener than not recorded that two persons, the fact that they both kept cuckoo kitchen and water mattresses under their happy helping hilling skirts, as well as various cave-dwelling swimwear. It was even once or twice by more than one, at least a handful of Saturday North squires, be rumored that blithely turned into Bluesley pumpkins at the stroke of each hard wild. Folklore all around town grew to wider leagues of waltzing wallpaper, gas station, men's room, universal proportions, women's rooms as well, as would in such climates of melodic essentials be possessed of urgent expectation. Ping-pong pads were freely provided each member of the anti-misanthropic audience. They were separated during intermission, x-rayed for stolen articles of note, and finally name tags spun around blindfolded by robots and returned buck naked to their original seating arrangement. 15 or so minutes later, their clothings were by the appropriate authorities returned to them freshly washed by the muffler system. They were upon told that old Brawley would soon be returning on the festive wings of much anticipated manifold note for the show's second pit. God bless. Have a great day. Enjoyed everybody.